Yeah, there was a show I did see a while back. It had these guys plane crashed and their jet crashed, and these wolves started coming up to them. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think I heard something about that.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it.
I've been watching a lot of Bigfoot shows too, man. I didn't know they had as many Bigfoot movies as they had out. 'Cause there's even Bigfoot movies
Oh, really?
where like they're scary movies.
See, that's the thing about Bigfoot, man. I mean, to me, I would think, if there really was one, that, someone would have hunted him down or shot him or something.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but,
Oh, I don't. I just like. I like it like I like hearing about aliens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have seen some
They're very interesting, man. I mean, it's
photos of people that say that, yeah, it's very interesting.
Like they say they have hair, and they can't identify it. They say they have shit and they can't identify it. That's DNA, man. They say.
Well, what freaked me out, I think you sent it to me, was that doctor that's removing chips from people that's been abducted by aliens or something.
Yeah.
Or been marked by them.
That's Dr. Lear, man.
That's some freaky stuff right there.
He just died. He just died a couple months ago. He was. I mean, if he's lying, he's not a good dude, but he acts like a pretty good dude. His son is Stephen Greer.
I just don't think the dude was lying, man. I mean, I'm not saying...
His son is on this congressional meeting about aliens and stuff. And he's on there talking about mile-long crafts. And...
dude, that's probably what... I remember Bill Cooper talking about...
The ex-Canadian Prime Minister talks about...
Yeah, I heard him.
I think his name's Helger or Hager or something like that. Hager?
Hagen?
Edgar Hager or something like that.
Yeah, I saw that.
And, I mean, if you flip it and say, they're demons, man, it all can line up pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't believe in aliens or something, you know what I mean? But I do believe in demons.
Yeah, that's what Bill Cooper started out doing, was UFO investigating and aliens.
Yeah, I've heard some crazy stuff about Bill Cooper, man. They was the guy from Lear, the Lear jet guy. You ever heard him talk?
No.
The guy that flew, like his dad built Lear, and his name was something Lear. But he talks about aliens and stuff, about Area 51 and stuff like that.
And what got Bill Cooper was when he was in naval intelligence, he saw a craft come out of the ocean, turn on its axis, and just was gone. And then he was told, you didn't see nothing.
Yeah, this Lear said he was talking about him. He was saying that he caught UFO disease, and that's where you start lying because you like the publicity.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he did, but I saw a show where he said, what I got to say now is it's the government doing all these things. They have the technology because they're so far ahead of advanced. And he said that same recording that I was listening to, he said that he's a Christian.
Yeah, he's a Christian, man. He You think about it, man. Ezekiel, the wheel within a wheel.
And he studied all that, man. He knew all about the Luciferians, what they believe in. And you listen to it, and, S-U-N meaning son, as opposed to S-O-N. And it sounds like, maybe, they make it sound like, the Bible is, misleading us. And he said that's what they try to do. They try to flip it around to where, but I guess there's a book or books that they have access to that is like the Bible, the Word of God, and they've kept it from all of us.
Yeah. I mean, if you go back in ancient times, they talk about Vermanas, and those were floating crafts. And like you see pictures of wings on people and stuff like that. Pictures of wings on
Yeah, I
of
just believe
angels.
that we're not the only ones here, man. You
Yeah,
know, like you said, call them demons or whatever, but
like you know how angels have wings and stuff. Well,
yeah,
angels in the Bible, the angels never had wings. They they had no way to explain they were flying in some kind of machine. So they made these guys look like they had bird heads, made them look
yeah,
like they had wings because they couldn't explain what they were flying in. Like in the
mm,
Bible, they talk about chariots of fire. And what's a chariot? You know what I mean? It's a vehicle.
right.
And like it talks about the wheel within a wheel, man, and it talks about like it was a living creature. And you know, maybe God, his spaceships are living. You know,
True. Yeah, I mean, there's so much that, man, we just,
and the devil, you know what I mean? That's what all our scientists are trying to move towards. A
mm,
living robot, you know what I mean, a living computer.
yeah,
They're trying to merge life with computer.
yeah, Bill Gates is all into that, and transhumanists,
Yeah.
part human, part robot. I saw that one human face they had on a human face that was live.
Yeah, and people don't know, man. They're making robots like Terminators, dude, that can go in like places like Fukushima and grab people and fix stuff. Like these robots are like real Terminators. I mean, they don't look like a Terminator, but they can do everything. Like you can go in there, you can see these things running, and then they got these things that they call Big Dog, and
I like Rocket Show, man. He was talking about he thinks that they're going to be attacking us with robots.
they
You
could,
know,
man. I
like
mean, that's
these
what a drone
dogs
is.
and robotic dogs. They got them cheetahs that can run, you know,
Yeah,
80, 100 mile an hour.
they got these little things called fleas, and they can jump clear up to a roof of a building, man.
I saw that.
They got these drones, man. Those are all robots. And they got these helicopters that are drones too. All the windows are black, and it's like they got cameras all over the inside of them so they can see everywhere.
Yeah, it's just a crazy world, man. But see, that's what makes, you know, you're crazy when you talk about that stuff, because that's, most people are so dumbed down by, you know, television that they can't see outside the TV.
Yeah, I was telling Steve Rush about the microchip, and he was like, "So you think they'll be microchipping people?" And guess what? There already are microchipping people,
Yeah, they
and
got the machines at Walmart.
and he didn't even know about it. I mean, he don't even know about the video on YouTube about Google, how Google's made not only the little microchip that looks like a grain of rice, that's what we're talking about when we're talking about the microchip, but they've also made little. It's like they took the microchip and spread it out into a computer, like a computer, and they put it where you could stick it on like a tattoo.
Yeah, I saw
And
that.
they could cover the computer components up and put like any design you want on it. And
Yeah, I did see
people would
that.
love that, man.
I saw the Band-Aid one too.
Yeah, and then they even have a pill where they you can swallow a pill, and then when it gets down in your acids, it has a little switch that turns on, and then your fingers will be your total power. That's what the woman says. You'll be in total control of your world. Like,
Yeah, I was listening to I can't remember her name, man. I know you've heard of her, Dr. Kathlyn Albright, or I think's her name.
oh yeah, man. She'll
She was talking about how these aerosols that they're spraying and stuff are marking trees and with signals, like, you know, to where that they know everywhere you're at. They can ping you off of just about anything, a tree, the plants. Just, I mean, it's, yeah. She's real knowledgeable, man. I love listening to her. That woman's got the most perfect English I've ever heard. You
But
can
see,
actually hear every letter that she says.
they can come get me, they can put me in the ground, but when Jesus comes back,
I won't be around.
oh, I'm gonna be under Jesus, man, when he's reigning on earth. See, that's what people don't realize, man. We've never been promised we're going to heaven. the early Christians and the Jews never believed in heaven and hell. They believe that Jesus is coming back and going to reign on earth for 1,000 years, and that's going to be the seventh day. You know what I mean? If you go back, this is only 2000, man. 2014. There's, you know what I mean? I believe that there's only been like 60,000 years or 6,000 years.
Mm-hmm.
I only believe that. You know what I mean? And each 1,000 year equals a day of the creation. And you can actually go back and you can show, you know what I mean? Because it says on the second day when God created the waters and the firmament, that's when the flood happened. You know?
Mm-hmm.
On the first day, God created the heavens and the earth. Well, he thought about them too. What day are they talking about, you know?
Right.
Are they talking about a day in heaven, or are they talking about a day on earth? Because people can't get out of their own bubble, man. They can't look at, hey,
yeah, they're stuck on stupid.
Jesus doesn't fit into your story. You have to fit into Jesus' story. And that's what it's all about.
I saw that they found that guy was digging for the what's that called?
The Ark of the Covenant?
Yeah, and they found blood on it.
Yeah.
And it's actually Jesus' blood.
Yeah, and
it is Abrahamic blood, is what they're saying.
Did you see that guy start crying when he started talking about it?
Yeah, I mean, that was some serious stuff, man. And then, you know, people, oh, he's a nut. It's amazing, man.
He found it, and he found it right underneath where Jesus was. Like he
dug and dug and dug. It wasn't like he dug, you know, for a week even. They did this digging for a long time.
Yeah, and you don't hear about that on the news one bit, man. But then you'll hear on the news they found Jesus' tomb, and he's still in it. You know what I mean? They'll have all kinds of news about that.
Yeah.
But for some reason, they just can't get to it.
I said it took me a little while to realize that, you know, there's something a lot greater than any of us.
Yeah, I don't even know why the devil tries. How are you going to defeat the Creator, man?
You're not. It'll be, you know, however many people he keeps away is, you know, I guess the game he's playing.
Yeah. That's his only card, I guess.
I don't know, man. It's hard to... You know, it's hard to stay on track. It's hard to... There'll be a lot of things that come in your head, man, that try to divert you away from Jesus to make you think, man, he's really not real.
Man. I hear cursing in my head, blasphemy.
Mm-hmm.
I have wicked thoughts, man. wicked thoughts, man. That I stand back and say, why the hell is that thought in my head? Like, it makes me sick. I'm like, why did that just pop in there?
I know, man.
But I mean,
but it's because you know
what I mean, I wouldn't
you're
even
a sinner.
I wouldn't even realize why I would have a thought. You know what I mean, on that.
Yeah, you might act
subject,
on it.
You know what I mean? It's crazy. Oh, I knew it was bad. I know it's bad. Why was it there? You know what I mean? Because it isn't me, man.
But imagine the thoughts that's going through these people that's shooting people, and you know they're being
power, more power. I watched this video, man, of this chick that looked like she got taken over by a demon on this subway, and this one dude said something to her, asked her if she was all right or something, and she was a little girl, man, and she like came at this big black dude, and he was like an older black dude, and she just came at him and grabbed him by the face and slammed him up against the side of this subway door or something like that, or you know what I mean, like a wall on the subway. Just slammed him, and then started hitting him. You know what I mean, like crazy hitting him, like she never hit nobody before, like she had no control of her hits, but it was like the power. And right before she did that, man, she threw a cross off her neck.